Hello, we're recording. Welcome to Fun Food and Facts. Sorry about the little bit of a delay. I really apologize for that. I can tell you that that's not normal, but we are on and it's great. So today on Fun Food and Facts, you are going to have me. I'm doing the food tonight. I actually haven't done a segment. I've just been kind of like the host for the last month, so I'm so excited to be able to do something tonight. And then we have Marsha Giesel. I know I'm saying that wrong. I'm sorry, Marsha. She is a director under Manel Franklin, and she lives in Maryland. I think I have that right too. And she's fantastic. So a lot of you guys don't get to see her all the time because she doesn't live in the state like me, and or the state of Ohio, I should say, where most of the local champions are. We are a nationwide team, but the base is in Cleveland, as you guys know. But there are some newbies on tonight that might not know that, so I should say that. So she's going to be on tonight, and she's doing the fun. And then we have Candace Jones, who is in Loretta DeCenso Tigers organization, and she lives in another state too. Marsha lives in West Virginia. Thank you. Candace must live in Maryland, maybe.
Yes.
I think I got that one right. But they live out of state, so we're all out of staties. So you're going to get us all tonight. She's going to do the facts. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to show you guys the stack cooker. I usually have you on my big screen so you can see what I'm doing. But we're going to just kind of go with it today, because that didn't quite work. So I'm going to demonstrate the stack cooker and give you guys some features and benefits of it. And then I'm going to make something in it that's so simple and easy that you're going to be like, what? And I'm like, yeah, it's that good. So here's the stack cooker. This is our Say Yes offer right now. And when you say yes to Tupperware this month, you can get this for $25, the person who says yes. And then you, as the recruiter, can also get this for $25. This is $114 in the catalog. Now I have my little calculator here. So let's see, 114 minus 25% is $85.50. So would you rather pay $85.50 or $25? That's a $60.50 difference. Now, I don't know about you, but I can spend $60.50 in another way besides on a stack cooker. So I don't know. Can you think of something to spend $60.50 on besides having to spend it full price when you can get it for $25 just by having a new recruit? I mean, you know I'm right. You know I am. Okay. So let's see if I can move this down a little bit. I want to show you all of the pieces. And this is exactly what I do at a party. So when I'm at a party, I want people to see each and every piece and what it's for. Because if you just go right into the demonstration, they don't understand all of the different things that you can do with it. So before I even start cooking, I will actually go through this whole thing. Now, if you're lucky enough to have two, which you could, because you could have two new recruits this month and you can get two for $25 each, right? Then it's nice to bring one with you and cook in it right away. And then while it's cooking, you can actually go through all of these pieces and they can touch it and play with it. So, so here's all the pieces. You get a lid, which also is the top. You get a cone. You get a colander. You get a middle casserole piece and a bottom casserole piece. I am not the person that knows all the liters and cups and all of that. I'm like, I don't know. Let me look, because I never know. I know Nancy Leggin did this last week, and I was so impressed. I'm like, wow, you know what casserole size dish that is? Like, I don't even know that. So I'm not really good at knowing my sizes, but that's not my strength. So if you're not good at knowing those sizes and you want to know them, then you can put little stickers in the bottom of them to find out what it is. So you can have like a little cheat sheet, or you can just not know, like me. That's okay. And you also get 2 seals. All right. So this is what I share with people. A stack cooker is basically cooking a 3-course meal all at once. So you have the bottom, you have the middle, and you have the top. This doesn't look like it holds much, but it does. So for example, And the one I like to do at my parties so much because it's so impressive is I'll do like the green bean casserole in the bottom, and then I do the chicken in the middle, and I do my brownie up top, and that's 13 minutes. Because if you were to do chicken and a green bean casserole and a brownie, you'd have to have all three of them in the oven, and it's not always feasible to do it all at once at the same time. Excuse me. Sorry. You have to do that all at once in the oven, and I don't know how to cook in the oven. Like, can you put a chicken and a brownie and a green bean casserole all at the same time? Thank you, Misty. I don't even know if you can. And if you can, how do you figure out who gets who gets more of the heat? You know, like, does the chicken get more heat? Do you leave it in longer? I know this sounds crazy, but I just don't know how to cook like that. So, and you want it to all come out at the same time for the most part, because you don't want your chicken to get cold, and you don't want your green bean casserole to get cold, and you want to eat at the same time, but then you don't want your brownie to not be done when you want dessert. So that's stressful, isn't it? To figure out when you're going to have everything done at the same time. Please comment and let me know if you ever feel like when you're cooking, if you stress out about trying to get everything done at the same time, because I get anxiety just thinking about it. So this, okay, yes, always. All right, so here comes the stack cooker because it's all done at the same exact time. Joshua says yes, too. I'm so glad. I don't stress, but it is a pain. Okay, Becky, you had 18 kids, so I bet you at some point you had to have thought about this, right? It's a pain. So this is so nice. All right, so this is what I share with people is that you need to have all three pieces. And so you don't have to, me too, my husband keeps a cool head. You don't have to cook just the chicken. You don't have to cook it all three at once, but just think about, you know, your finished product of what you want to have. And then you can have it in here. Like, for example, I did Spanish rice in the bottom, and then I did my enchiladas in the middle, and then I did my corn up top. And I have a really cool way that I do corn. It's really different. And so I did all of that at once. And my enchiladas are the best. If you don't think my enchiladas are the best, that means you never had them, because they are the best. And enchiladas are hard to make when you want them all done at once with everything else. And so you can do it all in about 13 minutes. I like to say 10 to 15 minutes. That's usually about the time frame it takes to cook a 3-course meal. Now, have I ever been done before? And I'm like, oh, my chicken needs done a little bit longer than my brownie. Yeah, so you take the brownie off. Oh, look how easy that was. I'm like, okay, my chicken needs done. My green bean casserole is almost done. I might put that in for just a couple more minutes, right? And then I take it out. I'm like, oh, look, it's all done. And then, watch this, you guys. So it's all done. Now, if you're having a dinner and you want it to be on a nice dish or plate, it already is. It's pretty. So you just serve it. Look, you serve it just like this. So this is how it is on your table. Isn't that nice? And then you just put a Tupperware spoon in there, and then people can just spoon out what they want. Now, are you ready for this part? So everybody's eating the brownie, and if it's not gone, this is what's going to sit on your lap while you're sitting down to watch TV at the end of the night, right? That's how you're going to eat your brownie. Don't lie. And then you have these two left, and you're like, oh, now I have leftovers. And then you're going to have to get like Tupperware out and dirty more dishes just to put it into the refrigerator. No, Tupperware has that covered with seals. So you put a seal on here, you put a seal on here, you put them in the refrigerator, bam, not now dishes. Those are called not now dishes. Why? Because you don't do your dishes now. You do them later because they go into the refrigerator. So do you have a camera in my house when I watch TV? Exactly. Me too, Terry. That's why I'm saying it, because I do it. So now what happens is your kids are going to be hungry in like an hour, and it's going to drive you crazy. And you're like, you can say, well, look, you can just heat this up because they can heat it up right in here. And your husband comes home from work late, or he's hungry or didn't get home till like anyways. He wants dinner, right? I mean, you guys had dinner. So then you can just heat up dinner really easily right in here. So it can be heated up all together. So Amy says not now dishes are my favorite. Well, I can tell you, Amy, that no dishes are my favorite, but not now dishes are my second favorite. So this is a really great thing for you to have in your home. You can see how easy it is to use. So now I'm going to show you some other things with it, because then what I'm going to make isn't going to take very long. So I just wanted to make sure I showed you some things, and some things that I do at my parties, because this is what sells it. People People want to buy something that's going to make a difference in their life. They want to buy something that's going to make their life easier. They're going to buy something that they're going to use. They don't want to spend $114 on something that looks cool. Like somebody might, but I want everybody to buy one of these at my party. If they're not buying one, it's because they're dating a party to get it, or they're joining my team to get it, right this month, because you can do that. So that's the point. And I don't want them to get it and then never use it. I want them to get it and love it, because my job and your job is not just to sell them on something that's going to stay in their cupboard for 8 years and go, oh yeah, I spent a lot of money on something that I never use. Your job is to help change lives, and you can change people's lives by giving them their time. So let's take away this for just a second, and I'm going to show you the colander. So the colander is really nice. You set this in here, and you can put your ground beef in here. Now, if you have ground beef and you are browning it in the frying pan, then you're going to also be putting that with all that grease and disgustingness, right? And that's all going straight to your hips and your butt. And, you know, as a girl, I don't know about the guys, but I can tell you as a girl's point of view, that's not where I want that to go, right? So you're going to put this right in here, and you're going to put it in for like a minute, and then you're going to break it up, maybe put it in for a minute more, just depends on how much ground beef you have in here, and then it's done. And what's really good is that all of this nastiness is in the bottom and not cooked in your meat. It's good. I mean, this just makes a difference in your life. It just does. And then you have the cone. Ooh, the cone. I love the cone. You can make the most amazing cakes in here with this cone. And not a lot of people will buy this for $114 just to make cakes, but it's a bonus, right? So any cake you want in here, just all you need is one ingredient. Any cake, any can of pop, any cake, any can of pop, any, and I say any, and then I'm going to come back to you and say, except angel food cake and root beer. You can't do those. They don't work, okay? Besides angel food cake and root beer, any cake, any can of pop, you're going to put it together in a bowl and mix, and then you're going to put it down side of here, and you're going to put the top on, and after 10 minutes, it's going to be perfect, and it's going to be amazing. And if you want the best one ever, it's white cake and orange pop. It's the most amazing thing, and it's so amazing. So that's what you do. But here's the other thing you can do is the chicken. This is the best chicken you'll ever have in your life, ever. And because now I have to eat chicken again, this is how I'm making it, because I'm being forced to eat it. So I take my chicken, my little organic chicken guy, right? You know, and then you take them apart out of the plastic thing, and then you clean them up a little bit, and then you have to I put seasoning on them because, you know, you got to do that. So then you take the stuff out of his insides. It's all gross. I make my husband do that. But then you're going to take them and you're going to set them down on top of the little cone here. So those little wings are up like this. And you're going to rub them down with some olive oil and then put your seasoning on, okay? And then you can put some potatoes and onions in the bottom if you want. If your meat has bone in it, it has to be 8 minutes per pound. If it's not, it's 6 minutes per pound. And then you take the little guy right here and you stick him on top of here. So now, can you kind of see my little chicken guy? Can you see him? See, like you can see him. And so he's going to go in here for 8 minutes per pound, and then you take him out and he's going to be amazing. So if you have to eat chicken, this is the way to do it, because it's going to not be dry and it's going to taste really good. Okay, so that's the best way to make your chicken. And so do I do that at a party? I have, and you can. I feel like even though it's really impressive, it kind of takes more time to do than something else. So I like to do something really basic and simple at the party. So when you're doing something at the party, make sure it's very, 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 very basic and very simple, because you want it to be quick and easy. And I'm going to tell you about my other thing. My most popular video on YouTube is how to make a meatloaf in 13 minutes. So you make your meatloaf, and you're going to take the cone and you're going to press it all on that side of here, the whole meatloaf mix. I do have the best meatloaf recipe, like worldwide. It has won awards. Well, it should have won awards. I actually haven't had a place to like put it in to get an award. Otherwise it would have won, just so you know. But you put your little meatloaf in like this, and then you put the top on like this, and you put it in the microwave for 13 minutes. Now, when you take it out of the microwave, you're going to flip it upside down like so. And then you're going to take the top off, and then you're going to take out the little cone. And oh, look, it looks like a bundt cake, but it's really meatloaf then you're gonna make your mashed potatoes, and you're gonna put your mashed potatoes in the middle with the gravy, and it's gonna look like a volcano, and it's so cute. And everybody's gonna eat it, and you're not gonna have to worry about leftovers because there will be none. But if there are, then you can take this or this one, the small one, and put this on top and put it into the refrigerator, and guess what? Not now dishes. So I know you guys are really stoked about the stack cooker, but I promise you this is how I do this at my parties. And I wanted to show you that because I want you to see that you have to show each piece. And this is for anything that you do. If you're doing any kind of set selling, because this is a set. This is one set. And when you set sell together, if you don't show why everybody needs all those pieces, they don't care and they won't buy it. You have to give them visualizations, and that's the most important thing about set selling. So what are we making in the stack cooker? Tell me, comment below if you're excited to find out what we're making in the stack cooker. All right, we're gonna make something so simple and so easy. You're gonna be like, what? Popcorn. It's so easy. You just take the seal off of your modular mate. See how it's my modular mate container? And then, oh look, there's nothing in the bottom. There's no oil, there's no water, there's no nothing. This is going to be the healthiest popcorn ever. And you're just gonna pour it in. I like to pour it in until I can't really see the bottom. My husband just said, that's a lot. That's okay. I want popcorn tonight. I'm going to eat it. So it's okay. All right. And so then all I'm going to do is put the top on, and I'm going to put it in the microwave. Now, I just press the popcorn button, but then I'm listening for it for when it to stop popping or when the popping really starts to slow down. And then I just go and check it out and see if it's done or not. I put enough in here that it's probably going to pop over a little bit because I put a lot. I'll put a lot in. That's okay. So my wonderful assistant's going to take it, put it in the microwave for me. Would you like to say hello, wonderful assistant?
Put too much popcorn in here.
I did not put too much popcorn in there. We're going to find out in just a little bit. Let's see what our comments are. Best popcorn maker. Yes, it is. I absolutely love and use my stack cooker for most of my family. 5 people means I need to recruit so I can get another one. That's true. That's a lovely assistant. Thank you. Just an FYI. Oh, this is a private message. Let's see. Avoid the warranty. Okay. Just an FYI. Popping popcorn will void the warranty if it bubbles the plastic. I did not know that. Are you sure? Okay. Well, I'm going to say probably sure. It's Laura saying this because Laura is very good at knowing all of these. But I do my popcorn in there and it's never bubbled my plastic. So that sounded really weird to say. It's never bubbled my plastic. Anyway, so yes, Patricia says, yes, I just read that. Would you post your enchilada dinner recipe? Yes, I will, Chris. And if I forget to do it tonight, remind me because you know how I forget things. But I will post that for you. That's no problem. All right, guys. So I hope you enjoyed my part of the presentation tonight. I absolutely loved doing it. And I love my stack cooker. It's one of my big first loves because this is what taught me how to cook because I've never cooked before Tupperware ever. And I don't like to do it. So this makes my life easier. What are you doing? Just press the popcorn button. Okay, so let's see. We have Marsha is next. I need to find Marsha. There's Marsha. All right, let's unmute Marsha. And Marsha. There you are. Hello. We're so excited to have you. You were so fantastic, and I love that you're doing Fun Food and Facts this month. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to you to share with us all the fun.
All right. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you turn up your volume just a little bit by chance? No? Okay, that's fine. Maybe just talk a little bit louder. I know that I'm loud. I know that naturally. But go ahead and talk a little bit louder and go ahead, Marsha.
All right. Well, this is what I do at my parties, and this is how you guys may do this, you may not. So you can take or leave what the ideas that you like. I am a person that I do tickets. And I know you've talked about that. You know, some of us do tickets, some of us do Tupper bucks. Um, I'm a person that uses tickets. Um, you always get an on-time ticket, you know, for being there on time, because I don't know how the parties are every place else, but I have a hard time with people getting there on time. It seems everybody seems to be fashionably late. Um, so when you're on time, you get a ticket. And before the party actually starts, I ask all the people that are there to get on their phones and text about 5 or 10 people, do a group text, tell them you're at a Tupperware party, and if they bring in an order through that texting, then they get extra tickets. You know, that being according to how many people answer them back. This is where you have to be really very patient, because, you know, you have phones going off all the time through the party, but sometimes it can be really worth it, and that lets their friends know that they are at a Tupperware party, and that can really boost your sales. Another thing that I do is I always get just a real small piece of Tupperware, and I'll let the host hold on to that for, you know, let her play with it and inquire about it and everything else. Usually, I purchase from maybe some of the fundraisers, or just something that's not real pricey, not anything that I want the people to it be something they wouldn't order, because I'll make it something different than what's actually in the book. That's why I use a fundraiser more usually. But I start out and I explain to them that they have to listen very closely to me, and when I say the word Tupperware, they have to raise their hand and yell out, "I love Tupperware," and you pass that gift to the person that raised their hand and yelled out, "I love Tupperware." The reason I do that is because I want them listening to me. A lot of times you have people in the corner kind of whispering, or you have some other little group going on, group chat. So I want to make sure that they're paying attention to what I'm saying. So I tell them my story, you know, I throw in some Tupperwares there just to make sure. The first couple times I'll kind of go, hello, I said Tupperware and y'all didn't say anything. And they catch on, oh yeah, oh yeah, I want that gift. And it can get pretty rowdy, especially if you have a pretty wild group of women. So, you know, as I'm doing my demonstrations, as I'm doing my stories, like I said, they're passing around this cute little piece of Tupperware. Of course, at the end of the party, whoever ends with it gets to go home with it. But another little game that I play that I love, and I know that we've all talked about this before, is you have to do all the games and stuff. They should have a reason behind them. I don't like playing games that don't have some particular reason behind them. So I do a scavenger hunt. So with the scavenger hunt, I have them get their big books, and before the party ever starts, I make a list of about 10 or 15 items that are in the book. And there again, using the tickets, I call out something that's in the book, and they tell me what page it's on. Now, the reason that I do that also is because I want them looking at that book. You know, usually one of them is like the salt and pepper shakers, and you know, I always will say some little, you got a lot of moisture in your kitchen, so you want to make sure your salt and pepper's dry so it doesn't, lose its consistency, or it doesn't lose its flavor. But it also gets them thinking, oh yeah, that's right, I forgot about you guys having those salt and pepper shakers. Those are the best. Or just little items that have sometimes sentimental value to them, or something like that, kind of gets them thinking about, oh, I didn't even see that in the book. Usually not something that I've demoed. Then about midway of that list of things that I'm doing, I ask them to turn to what page is the host benefits on, which there again, they on that, and we talk about, what kind of host rewards you get for having, $1,000 party, and what the host gift specials are right now and all that. And then at the end, I ask them about what page it would be if you decided to join the team. So that puts them on that page of, oh yeah, that's the kit. Even though usually I have the kit sitting there, we still go over, how much it costs to join and what all's in the kit, the benefits of being a consultant. So that way, not only are they seeing the book up close and personal, but they're getting to see some of the things that they just kind of overlook sometimes, like the host gift bonus. A lot of times they don't realize that it's in the book, whatever. So that's just usually one of the games that I play. I don't go overboard on the games a lot of times, but like I said, I do the passing the little gift around, and I do the scavenger hunt, and usually some other little games there. So that's what I do at my parties. That the hosts all seem to like that.
All right, awesome, Marsha. Okay, so I have some notes, and I love some of your ideas. Does anybody have any comments for the comment section? My comments are coming in. Oh, by the way, while we're waiting for the comments to come in, my popcorn is done, and it's really good. I don't feel bad that I'm eating in front of you. Okay. Misty says she loved it. Joshua says, love the idea of passing around the gift. I think that was my biggest aha too. I love that idea because I love that you said it gets them listening to you. Love those ideas to keep them paying attention to you as the host. I like passing the gift. Yeah. So I think that's probably, out of all of them, the one that I haven't heard before. The other ones I've really heard. I heard it, but I like your version. I like that you have made, your own, like you put your own spin on it, which is really cool. I love to hear other people's spins on it. But passing on the gift. So can you tell me, what gift do you usually do? I didn't catch that. Did you say it was a dating gift, or is it?
No, usually I do something from the fundraiser catalog, so it doesn't interfere with them ordering from the catalog. The one they love the most is the banana holder. Mm-hmm. That gets everybody laughing, and there's always some comments on that one.
Yeah, right.
And that's not anything you order out of the book. So that, or just something different. And right. Like I said, usually from the fundraiser catalog. So that's not it.
I love that. That's good. All right, so now we have a question here. Somebody said, Joshua said, texting in parties was interesting too, or orders. And then Katie asked, what does she have them text? So I must have missed that. I didn't write that down. Texting, you said texting your orders. I usually miss things. So can you go over that one more time?
Right before the party starts, I asked them to text a group text of 5 or 10 people to let them know they're at a Tupperware party, and is there anything they'd like to order.
Oh!
So that just brings us to orders. And it's kind of made them realize that some of their friends would like to host Tupperware parties. So
that's smart. Yeah, because when you ask them to host a party and they say things like, I don't know if my friends would like it, and then they're getting excited already. Somebody said, I have them put my phone number in their phone, and then they say the first person to call me gets a prize. That's cute too. Okay, cool. I love all these ideas. Love them. I have my notes. Thank you so much, Marsha. And we'll talk again soon and figure out what one you'll do next week. I know you're going to love it. You're going to love being with our Core 4 this month. All right, let's see here. All right, so I'm eating a cherry pie again, so no worries about not sharing your popcorn. There's a terrible echo when Marsha is talking. Can you guys hear the echo? I can't hear that.
I
I don't
could
know.
at
I
the
didn't hear
end.
that. I didn't hear the echo. Do you hear it, Marcia?
I could at the end.
Oh, at the end. Okay. Oh, only at the very end. Okay. Let me mute and see if that will work. Let's see. Is that a little bit better? Only at the end. Okay, that's better. All right. Popcorn. Show me the popcorn. All right, here's the popcorn.
You put too much in.
What?
You did put too much in.
My lovely assistant has informed me that I put too much in and he had to take some out.
No, I didn't take it out. It just didn't pop it.
Oh, it just didn't pop it off. It's okay. It's really good. He did add butter and salt because, let's be real, as healthy as you want to be, it's not good without butter or salt. Let's see. That's a great idea. It's a wonderful way to bring up fundraising. Yes. Awesome. Yes. Okay, so we have Candace is next. I have to find Candace on here. Candace, there you are, Candace. Hello. Let's unmute you. And let's put your video up. All right, Candace, you're going to bring us the facts. Are you excited?
I'm nervous.
You say you're nervous and what?
Nervous, very nervous.
That's okay. You're going to do fantastic. And I know everybody here is going to be behind you and supporting you. So I'm going to mute myself so there's no echo. And go ahead and get started with your facts, girlfriend.
Well, we're going to talk about the stack cooker because that's the Say Yes offer. And this I actually do use because I don't cook much. I don't have much time, so I don't cook. I usually eat on the run. But for every, the ratio for the oven, if you're going to put it in the oven to cooking it in the stack cooker is 4-to-1. So if it's going to take 40 minutes in the oven, you're going to put it 10 minutes into the stack cooker. Who can argue with that? I mean, that's just great. You can cook almost 85% of everything that you can cook on the stove, you can cook in the stack cooker. And I think the percentage just went up a little bit because I didn't know that you could cook popcorn in the stack cooker. And I thought that was a great idea. Every single microwave is different. So make sure when you first start cooking with your stack cooker that you experiment. Just test everything, try it, try it for a little bit less time. And then if it needs more, of course, make it for more. The rule of thumb is that meats, you're going to cook 6 minutes per pound. So if you had a 3-pound little chicken, it'd be 18 minutes, in the stack cooker. They say that when you're browning a chicken, that you should put it on top of the cone and put paprika on it. But I like it with the chicken and rice, and I don't use the cone, and it comes out very well. Fish is 3 minutes per pound. Eggs normally is 1 minute per egg. So, but make sure that you pop the eggs so they don't explode, because that could be really bad. Hamburger is going to be always ground it in the colander, because you don't want it setting in its juices, in the fat. So cook it, and it is, once you do cook it, it is the same amount of calories as chicken. Ground beef is the same amount because you're getting all that fat out of there. If you cook your chicken with and sprinkle it with paprika, I do the chicken and rice, and you sprinkle with paprika, and it comes out brown and absolutely wonderful. At my parties, I have done the baking. I have baked the cake. I have baked the cake with the soda, and I have also baked the cake with the where you put the frosting in and have like a lava cake. So with the soda, you're just gonna use a regular box cake, and they say that it is supposed to be 10 minutes. I usually start out with 9 minutes, and then if it needs a little bit more, never put any flour or oil, because the stack cooker automatically has a nonstick to it. When you see that the cake is pulling away from the stack cooker, then it's ready. You can always, to reduce calories and fat, you can use applesauce. for your cakes. Applesauce with an equal amount of oil reduces the amount of fat instead of butter. Pam says she cooked chicken in 10 minutes in her stack cooker. Anything that has a leavening or, yeast in it, you're going to have to let it set 5 minutes before you put it in there. And then always make sure that you let it set after you take it out to let it cool. When you're cooking the veggies or pasta, you're going to cook the pasta without the cover because it'll boil over. And for corn, I love corn on the cob in the stack cooker. It's 2 minutes per ear of corn. I do cut them in half, but it's still going to be 2 minutes. You can use fresh or frozen vegetables, and it is the ratio, not the ratio, but the time for vegetables is 7 to 8 minutes for every 2.5 to 3 cups. Potatoes, don't boil them on the stove anymore. I always boil them. I boil them over. It makes a mess. You're going to put your 6 to 8 potatoes into the microwave, 8 to 10 minutes. They're tender, they're moist. I do make the chicken and rice. Chicken and rice I love in the microwave, but you can make just regular rice. You're going to put 2 cups of water to 2 cups of rice. It's going to take about 8 or 9 minutes. Do you put the potatoes up? You cut them up. Make sure you cut them up because it's going to take too long. And the starch, if you're taking it too long in the stack cooker, the starch is going to start to boil up. Long cooked rice. So you can always make long cooked rice, and it takes a little bit less time. I prefer the instant rice, but the long cooking rice, 1 cup of water, and make sure you boil the water first. So put the water in, put it, make sure it's nice and hot. Put it in there, then put the 3/4 cup of rice. You're going to use a little bit of rice with the long cooking rice compared to the instant rice. But you can make all kinds of desserts. You can make the cakes. You can make the Rice Krispie treats. There are just so many recipes that you can find online in our website. And the stack cooker is just one of the best-selling products. I had a vendor event today, and they were asking me, somebody asked me, she had one from 10 years ago, and she was looking for another. I just can't rave enough about it. And that's all the facts I have. We have a whole list of everything you want to know about the stack cooker. Like I said, I'm not a great cook, but it's the easiest thing you can do.
I feel ya. I'm not a great cook, nor do I like to cook, so I loved it. So I had a bunch of, excuse me, things that I didn't know that you gave me. So does anybody have anything to put in the comments of what they learned tonight? Anything at all? Because I know I learned some things. We had some questions. Did you see that? Because I know that you said something about Pam, but did you see Patricia's? Do you cut the potatoes up or can they be whole?
I would cut them up.
Okay.
It's going to take too long if they're in their whole.
Okay, perfect. I think what I liked the most out of all of my, I had a couple. One was to reduce calories and fat, use applesauce. And let's just be real, who doesn't want to reduce calories and fat in their food, right? So that was great. Vicky says ratio of oven to microwave 4:1. Oh, I love that too. I've never even said that or thought that or knew that. 40 minutes in the oven is 10 minutes in the microwave. That's huge. Ground beef, same calories as chicken. I didn't know that. And the frozen or fresh veggies, 7 to 8 minutes for every 2 cups. I thought that was really great too. So I loved all of those things. So thank you so much for sharing your facts with us tonight. And I'll talk to you this week because you and Marsha are gonna be next week too. Are you guys excited? I'm excited to have you guys on for the month. All right, so let me switch over here. I'll mute your video, or not video, audio, excuse me, because then that way there's no echo. Okay, perfect. All right, so we had our fun tonight from Marsha, which I know that you guys are going to put into action right away. I think that's the one thing that we need to learn and make sure we do, is that Fun Food and Facts is fun, and you guys love to get on, and trust me, I love it when you guys get on. But what are you guys doing, and how are you using this to be able to put it into effect in your business? And sometimes you have to try things out a couple times to see if you do or don't like it. So I know that I'm going to use a couple of these tips and these games for my parties. And I'm also going to definitely use these tips that Candace gave tonight at my parties. And if you don't have a party going on right now and you're like, well, crap, I don't have a party. Well, then Facebook Live is the best thing ever. That should not replace your parties. But it is nice to be able to get like information out there to your friends and family, and it's on a video, form. That's a really great way just to reach out to people sometimes. So go Facebook Live and use some of these tips that you heard tonight, and use them to share with everybody. We're done super early, which I love because we started late and I thought we were going to go late. So let's play some Romper Stomper. Oh, wait a minute. Let me end the recording first. You guys don't want to watch Romper Stomper Bopper ruin the recording. So let me end the recording.